With the UK facing a cost of living crisis, it's more important than ever that people are supported to know and claim their human rights, and that those in positions of public power are held accountable. In this video, the RITES Committee explain how our Human Rights Act can and has been used to advocate for families experiencing domestic abuse, and how repealing or reforming our Human Rights Act would remove one of the most powerful mechanisms to challenge harmful economic policies on a national and local level.
The Human Rights Act, the cost of living crisis, and families experiencing domestic abuse. Each year, around 1.6 million women experience domestic abuse, and women recently told Hopscotch Women's Centre that the cost of living crisis is putting additional strain on their intimate partner relationships. It is also increasing the likelihood of women risking their safety by staying in abusive relationships. This year, 73% of frontline workers surveyed said that the cost of living crisis is increasing barriers to living a perpetrator. Article 3 of our Human Rights Act places a duty on public bodies to protect us from serious mental or physical harm, such as when advocates challenge the council's failure to provide an appropriate care package to Adaya, who was terminally ill and did not speak English but was living with an abuser who did not provide proper care or take her to vital appointments. The council then increased support and provided a culturally appropriate service that meant she was no longer reliant on her abusive partner. 130,000 children also live in homes where there is high-risk domestic abuse. If women are less able to leave an abusive relationship and families are forced to spend more time at home due to the cost of living crisis, then the risk of harm to children is likely to rise, putting them at greater risk of developmental trauma, which has significant long-term effect on their behavior and mental health. Our Human Rights Act has held public services accountable for failing to take action to protect children from abuse and neglect. Article 8 of our Human Rights Act also creates a duty to protect our physical and mental well-being and our family relationships. Yolande challenged social services' decision to place our children in foster care because they felt she was moving them around too often and was at risk of destitution as she had fled domestic violence. The decision was reviewed, and social services supported the family to meet the costs of private accommodation so they could stay together as a family. For some women and children, their experience of domestic abuse is so severe that their lives are at risk. Article 2 of our Human Rights Act has been used to challenge failures by the government to take reasonable steps to protect lives, such as for not providing protection for women who have received death threats from violent family members. Our Human Rights Act and its protections are more important now than ever. Write to your MP and tell them to stand up for our human rights.